Welcome to This Day in Wrestling. I am Jennifer from Cultaholic. It is May the 22nd, and joining me today is Adam Pacitti.
Hey, how's it going?
All great, thanks,
Good.
Adam. Now, 1995, we are going to, and this is big. This is big in 1995. We're going to go to Raw, and it's a debut.
Whose debut is it, Jen?
A big debut. Debut of the man himself, Triple H.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley, in the Blue Blood gimmick, of course.
Yes.
He was facing some jobber, right?
John Crystal, if you want to know.
Some jobber. And what was his finishing move at this point? I know this.
So, it wasn't the pedigree. However,
It was the pedigree.
Well,
it was called the...
Pedigree Pandemonium.
It's catchy, isn't it?
I like
Pedigree
one.
Pandemonium, but it wasn't the pedigree that we know and love today.
No. It was actually a dime cutter.
It was a cutter. It was so similar to DDPs, which we'll get onto, but yeah, it was the...
Yep. That was the Pedigree Pandemonium. He won against John Crystal with this move. And needless to say, somebody wasn't happy.
Yeah, but Triple H dealt with it in an amazing way. So, Diamond Dallas Page, of course, was using the cutter, the diamond cutter over in WCW, which I believe was inherited from Johnny Ace, John Laurinaitis, the Ace cutter.
Yep.
Crush. And he called up Triple H, and he explains this, and you're going to read that out now, right?
Oh, stories. I love a story time. So, excuse me, I can't do it, boys. I'll tell you a great story about Triple H. He was there that day that Johnny Laurinaitis and I were working on it. He was still there in WCW for another 3 or 4 months before going to WWE. Now, I'm getting that move over. One night on Raw, because I watched everything they had, Triple H hit a diamond cutter out of nowhere and beat somebody. And I thought...
Somebody.
Oh no.
That's the immortal, what was his name? John Crystal you're talking
Crystal.
about there. Okay.
And I thought, oh no. If he does it, it's going to sort of dilute what I'm doing. So I call him. One of the very few times he answered his phone, he's like, "Hey D, what's up, man?" I'm like, "I've got a favour, bro." He goes, "Sure, what do you need?" I go, "No, don't say that. I got no right to ask you this favour because Bret Hart had the sharpshooter and Sting had the Scorpion Deathlock, same move."
Yep.
I said, "You know, I saw you did a diamond cutter the other night. I think your pedigree's amazing. It's a great finish. But I'm just starting to get that diamond cutter over, bro. I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't do it anymore." Sure, D. He never did it again.
That's really cool, isn't it?
He didn't
Considering
have to do
the
that.
level of competition at that time, and the fact that he'd already utilised the move on TV, and he would have no doubt had to go to management to clear that, because that's his finisher at that point. And you know what? The pedigree's a better move as well.
Yeah, I love the pedigree.
Oh, Jack disagrees.
No, very close, very close.
Okay, I love the pedigree.
I like the pedigree too.
Really cool to Triple H.
Well, I think Triple H is cool anyway.
Yeah.
I think he seems like a lovely guy.
Sure.
Genuinely.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to disagree
No,
there.
but I just think that is really cool. And also it's quite cool to know that he doesn't really answer his phone.
Well, he's a busy man, isn't he? Especially now.
I don't really answer my phone. I don't like talking on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? As far as the cutter goes, I think when I think about the cutter, I picture DDP straight away. So that worked. That phone call was very, very important.
It was important.
Because like you've got the RKO, which is sort of the same move, basically. But the cutter, just the flat down cutter, that's DDP's. Even though Johnny Ace was, instrumental in creating it.
Well, yeah.
DDP. So high for you.
Oh, we both did that at the same time.
Did we? He sued someone for that, didn't he?
Yes, I believe. Right, it was either Jay-Z or Kanye West.
I can't remember.
But Kanye West.
Kanye West. Yeah, he sued them successfully.
So there you go, and now he can no longer do it.
But Kanye is starting to hit the cutter at a lot of his shows now, which does dilute the move, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Might have been Jay-Z.
2000, let's go to WCW, to Nitro.
Do we have to?
Well, apparently so, because
Okay.
this happened. Ric Flair was stripped of the World Heavyweight Championship by Vince Russo.
Big dramatic pause in between stripped and of the title, but carry on.
Oh, sorry.
Plane ride from hell, flashbacks right now.
Were you
Flair with the
there?
old.
But yeah, Vince
Pop out.
Russo stripped Ric Flair of the title.
Yes. Yeah, which is only, it's an important thing anyway, Flair being stripped of the title, but it was the 4th change that month.
That month. Yeah.
Which,
Because in this show, Jeff Jarrett defeated Kevin Nash to win the vacated title.
yeah. I mean, WCW dying at this point and stuff like that. No matter how many insane guerrilla warfare battle royals you want to put on in the same month, having 4 champions in a 30-day calendar span is
It's a bit
ludicrous.
much, isn't it?
Ludicrous.
Bit much.
So there you go.
So that happened. 2002, the forgotten TLC match.
Yeah, right. I
TLC.
didn't know about this.
Neither did I.
I had no idea. So we
I
all
don't
think
know
of
about this at all.
TLC 1 and more so probably TLC 2 as being these pivotal wrestling matches.
Yeah.
Like certainly TLC 2 is a match that defined my childhood and my love of professional wrestling.
Absolutely.
One of the best matches ever, and the match that I go to when I want to show people why I love wrestling. That's my one.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. It's either
I could
Michael's
totally embrace
Taker
that.
or that. But I
would
think
go with
TLC
that.
2 is just so like fast paced and there's so much going on that. Yeah, you don't need to be a wrestling fan to enjoy what is happening
No.
there. But there was a 3rd TLC match which happened on SmackDown.
It did, and let's go through it. So this was 2002, TLC 3, and Chris Jericho and Benoit defeated the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian
So the originators of the TLC match in there,
for the titles.
and then Benoit and Jericho beat them for the titles.
Yeah.
And it's a match that I've gone back and watched, and as far as a SmackDown show goes, like a SmackDown match goes, brilliant.
Amazing. Right, I'm going to go and watch it because
You
I'm not.
should, oh, it's great.
And I didn't even know about it.
I think it was somewhat predictable when the match was made that Jericho and Benoit were going to be winning it
because they were such. They weren't in the original
Yeah, exactly.
clique. So yeah, no, it kind of does stand out. It makes sense, maybe not, but it's quite obvious. I think
Yeah.
if you're going to put 2 people who weren't even tag teams, really singles guys.
But how odd that there's this TLC match that never gets talked about.
That is weird. But do you think that's maybe because of?
Because of Benoit? Yeah, perhaps. That probably does contribute to it, but I guess the fact that it wasn't on a pay-per-view,
Okay, it was
people
on
don't
SmackDown.
tend to talk about big matches on weekly TV as much.
Benoit actually suffered a neck injury at this match.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And he had to go for surgery for that. So yeah.
Good match, go and watch it. It's
Definitely.
really worth
I am
watching
going
on
to
the
too.
network, obviously.
2004 was a good day for Mike Tenay as he got announced by NWA TNA as their lead announcer.
Yes, yeah, I as I said before, I grew up watching WCW, and
Yeah.
for me, Tenay always stood out above Tony Schiavone
Yep.
as far as talent went, and he became the voice of TNA, certainly. Him and Don West had really, really great chemistry, and yeah, I think he's a commentator that doesn't often get enough recognition as far as how good he was and how he could make a match feel really big. Yeah, Schiavone gets more praise than Tenay, but I think Tenay was really, really good and deserving of when the time comes, a WWE Hall of Fame spot. Do you not think?
He was there for 13 years.
13 years in TNA.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's incredible, isn't it? I don't actually know what he's doing now, but yeah, good commentator.
We have birthdays.
Of course we do. I'm not going to sing.
Aw, but to be fair, these are brilliant birthdays as well.
Are they?
I would want you to sing, yeah. First things first, we'll start with Brian Pillman.
Oh.
I know, sad that he's no longer with
We've
us.
spoken about Pillman quite a lot
Yeah,
in previous episodes.
we
I think
have.
episodes that you and I have done together.
Sure.
Just to reiterate, one of the best wrestling characters of the 90s. As far as the Attitude Era goes, he's one of the standout guys.
Yeah.
People often only talk about Pillman's Got a Gun and that storyline, but he did so much more. And yeah, really tragic, untimely death for such a tremendous talent who was able to do so much different stuff in the ring. Like, he changed his style massively from flying
Yeah.
Brian Pillman that we saw in WCW as far as when it came to WWE and was injured. And it says a lot about, like, they signed him when he was injured,
Well,
didn't they?
yeah, well, that was kind of the weirdest thing is like
Yeah.
he actually was injured, yet they still signed him to WWE, and he had to change his whole ring style completely.
Yes.
Like he became much more mat-based, and but he did it exceptionally well.
Yes,
Exceptionally
him being
well.
signed when he's injured is a testament to
Talent.
how good he was.
Yeah, absolute
100%.
testament to talent. And like you say, absolutely sad state of affairs that he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But Brian Pillman's birthday.
Happy birthday.
We've also got another birthday.
Are they alive?
Yes.
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 Yes. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's Daniel Bryan. I didn't get it. Oh, I was just cheering because he was
my
alive.
Goodness, oh my
good.
goodness, I was like, that landed so nicely. Yes.
Wonderful.
Happy birthday, Daniel Bryan.
The nicest guy, for my money, in professional wrestling. I've never met him. I don't know
I've
the guy.
never met him.
He's the most likable. He seems
Absolutely.
lovely. He's the best. He's back in the ring.
He
He's
is
main
living
eventing
his best
SmackDown.
life.
Yeah.
He is literally from what
Never thought it'd happen.
What could have been, and do you know what? From what could have been really horrific, because I know that he's had mental health struggles and stuff over the past few years. It's just testament to being a good soul and spirit in this world that good things happen. He is, he's the poster child of good things can happen, I think.
Yeah, everybody was happy for him. Another guy I've never seen a bad word said about him. And another guy, along with perhaps CM Punk, who changed what it could, how...
What guys could be.
Exactly,
big
right?
eventers,
Smaller guys and...
different styles, different... Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Not your poster, Vince McMahon, big guy,
Nope.
not at all.
And guys like Jericho and Benoit certainly help with that as well.
Totally, but they can go up against these, typicals, if you will, and and just create some of the best matches ever.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
At the time of filming last week, Daniel Bryan was in, as I say, the main event of SmackDown, teaming with AJ Styles, and says it all, doesn't it? What a lucky time to be a wrestling fan, to see.
Absolutely.
I remember I don't get as excited as I used to when stuff in wrestling happens, just because it's been my job for several years.
Very excited still to me.
When that Daniel Bryan news broke,
Did you get really excited?
honestly, I was just, because I know, it's going to sound really pathetic, but
not gonna sound
knowing
pathetic.
how much he wanted to be back in the ring and how we'd all sort of become resigned to that not happening.
I know.
When that was announced that he had been cleared to wrestle again, it's just the ultimate feel-good story, isn't it?
It is. It's
the best.
It's the wrestling happy ever after,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it really is.
And I genuinely, bottom of my heart, I hope you're having the best day, Daniel Bryan.
with your vegan cake.
Yes. So that was this day in wrestling, and you can follow me on Twitter here. If you like what we do at Cultaholic, you can support us by pledging to our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.